Good morning. 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 It's Friday. Good morning. It's Friday. Good morning, IG. Good morning, Be Go Live. Good morning, podcast. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. It's Friday. Good morning. 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 Welcome to the morning chat with According to Akara, and I'm Akara. How y'all doing? I hope you all had a wonderful rest last night. I did, but I still got up very early this morning because I had a lot on my mind. I did. I mean, it wasn't heavy, nothing bad, nothing. I just think a lot. I have a very, very busy brain. And it takes some time for me to calm my mind. You know, I haven't had my eyebrows arched in years. But you see, I barely got eyebrows, y'all. I barely got eyebrows. I guess in time, whenever it's that time, but I barely got eyebrows. I just let my eyebrows be. Someone likes it. Ding. But as I grow and as I get more, I'm going to do more. You know what I'm saying? As I have more time, as I become very much more serious in this content creating space that I'm doing, I'm going to look better for the camera, for those who are seeing me on camera. And I'm going to get better at my voice. Hi, good morning. I'm sorry. I'll get out of here. Now, I want to say hi to Resist question mark all day. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for what you sent me. I took my glasses off because I just, the glare from the ring light that I have over here, y'all. I just don't like the reflection of it in my glasses. I mean, that's what it is. I do have it close, but it was, yeah, hey, as I get better, I'm going to have different types of lighting. I'll have a studio, all that beautiful stuff. But I want to say something shout out my Bigo Live people. So I'm going to put my glasses back on and just give my shout outs to those who have chimed here in on Bigo. How you doing, Elizabeth? How you doing, Melinda? Why? No vid. That's not the vid. I had me something to eat prior to getting on here, so and it kind of was still, and it went down. Yeah, but that whole thing. How you doing, Melinda Y. Armstrong? How are you? How are you? Hey, I don't know. That's Asav. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, Rachel? Rachel. I'm not even going to butcher your last name. I am doing great. Thank you for the comment about, she says, listening to your voice is such a great feeling. Thank you. And you know, the craziest thing is I can't stand the sound of my recorded voice. It's crazy, but I don't like the sound of my voice. And I was listening to Daddy Issues, and it's funny enough, Tony Baker, was it Daddy Issues? No, it wasn't Daddy Issues. It was Verbal Cardio with Tony Baker. And he had someone on as a guest on Verbal Cardio, and he said he rarely listens to himself. He doesn't like the sound of his voice. He doesn't like, because he does the voiceovers with the animals, he doesn't like the sound of his voice. So he oftentimes doesn't go back and listen to his stuff, except for when it comes to his stand-up comedy. But thank you. How you doing? I did say, hey, what's up? Resistant ? All day. Okay. All right. How you doing? You have Lioness. You had your fave Lioness. How you doing, your fave? I said it all wrong. Forgive me. I'm looking at this on small screens. You know. I still need to get a new eye exam. Get me some new glasses. Hello, your auntie need glasses. Your fave Lioness, how you doing? Thank you for sending. I don't know what that it looks like, a little horn or no. What it looks like is a championship cup. Thank you for sending that to me. All the hearts from Trevor's not surprised. Bernie won't pay his staff. For all the smiley faces with the heart eyes. Thank you for those that are listening to me on my podcast on podbean.com. That podcast, I thought I have it automatically linked to my YouTube, but hopefully you will. I will be uploading a lot this weekend. I think I'm going to be uploading a lot. Between this evening and tomorrow morning. That's what my goal is. That my goal? I'm making that my goal now. You see the reflection? Look at that. So taking off, you're gonna see these dark brown eyes. No, anyway. Yeah, I'm going to make that my goal to upload, because it's been a minute since I've uploaded to YouTube. And Twitter and all those places. So, hey. So I'm going to be doing that. Welcome to Friday. For those of us that are 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, it is Friday. We made it here. It is here. So tomorrow you, hopefully, can rest. You don't have to get up at 5 o'clock, 5:30, getting ready, washing up, having your coffee, getting out the door to be at your job. You get to rest, you get to sleep in until whatever time you sleep in. You get to do a little something for yourself. You get to go out, visit friends, and so on and so forth. So happy weekend. So today, let's get into it. Now, I told y'all that I was going to pivot, and pivot I did. After I did the video, the lives yesterday morning, I went back and did a short podcast. It was only maybe about 15, 20 minutes of podcast content for yesterday's morning chat. So it's going to be significantly different. Well, not significant. It's going to be different. I tried to stay on topic. So I do have a podcast for the morning chat from yesterday. And the way I adjusted, instead of having my computer do my voice recording, swing, I got it going on my phone, on my third phone, y'all. So, pivot, do what I got to do. My computer don't have enough space. Well, my phone will, because I'm going to add some. And now I have 3 phones. So I have my Galaxy S9 doing the voice recording. And I have my new S20 doing the IG live. Bigo live is on my LG. And see, won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will do it. Get the shirt. It's available in the link that I should have in my YouTube and in the IG descriptions. Okay? And in the podcast descriptions as well. Um, so today, let's get into what had me up this morning. Well, what had me up so early? Like, I went to sleep early this morning, and yesterday evening, had a good sleep, went to sleep, woke up, went to my bed, slept a little bit more, but I was up. My brain was busy. And I'm not going to tell you about everything that I was thinking about, but one of the things that was on my mind is kind of a continuance from yesterday about receiving the love of God. So I want you to walk through me here. I have this theory that I haven't researched yet, but I will. I believe that God will reveal it to me, whether I'm right, if I'm on the right track, or if I'm not. And if I'm on the right track, there's going to be a message. Usually, when I'm on the right track and I'm heading in the right direction, I usually hear a message. Where someone reiterates what I said. Okay? And I know I'm not big enough for someone to copy my message. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's sitting there, but they sitting there taking notes at what I'm saying here. My pastor ain't following me. Okay? He's not taking my message. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever I hear from. I'm not that big yet. Not yet. But this is my theory. I believe God created us. Us meaning humans. He created man in his image so that he can love on some. For us, he created man, humans, to love. He created us so that he can love us. For us to receive his love. That's what he created us to do. And then we receive his love and we create and then show love to our children, to our families, to our friends. We were supposed to be fruitful and multiply. That's what he initially created man. Now, okay, follow me. Don't jump off the boat where I'm coming from. A lot of people want to make, God made us to da-da-da-da. God made us to do this, that, and the third. Let's keep it simple, stupid. Let's kiss it, okay? Keep it simple, stupid. He created man, human, not Adam was a human. But it's like, he created man first. He created humans first. Then he separated the genders, separated us into genders. He created a human first. Okay? Then he separated us into genders. Okay? But he created us so that he can love on us. He created us so he can love on us. and raise us up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? God didn't create humans to be servants of him. He didn't create us so he can lord over him. He already had angels that did that. He did not create us. He created us out of love. He created us because he wanted to share his love. He wanted someone on his level, like him. Not on his level, but like him. Much like when we create our children, most of us, you know what I'm saying? We create them in love. Or at least at that time you loved the person. You had some positive feelings towards that person, to ladies, to open your legs to him. And men, to enter her vagina raw. Come on in here. I said what I said. So you had positive feelings towards this person. You had an emotional attraction to this person. That child, whether you want, unless it was a situation, we're not talking about that. But some kids are created out of love. Most kids, whether it was one night stand love, or oops, I did it again type of thing, but it was a joy. It was something. You wanted to create another, or you kept it. You didn't. So it wasn't, I didn't love that guy. Or I didn't love that girl. But you kept it. Or you asked the woman to please don't get rid of my child. I want you to have my baby. Okay. So that you can love on it. Not so that you can lord over. Is that why you kept your children? So that you can lord over them? Or so that you can love them? Okay. So that you can get them presents at Christmas time. So that you can dress them up to look like you, or a smaller version of you. You know what I'm saying? Dress them up in nice suits, do their hair for the girls, cut their hairs for the boys, throw the ball around, toss the ball around. You wanted a copy of you. Why is it so far-fetched to believe that God created us for the same reason? To love on us. Not to lord over us. Not create a whole bunch of rules so we, you know what I'm saying? Just like as a parent, we didn't create these rules just because we just want to ruin a good time. We created those rules and regulations until they were able to make choices on their own. Okay? Or at least that's the way it was supposed to be. Okay? We didn't, he did it so that we can love. And it's so, again, us humans just can't, since the fall of man, since Adam and Eve ate the fruit of that tree, and we realized the difference between good and evil, our eyes were open to something that we should have never been exposed to. As a child, when we were children, we were who we were, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't want to go that deep into it. But God created us to love and to receive love. He created us to love us. He made us so that we could receive that love and then disperse that love. That's what we are. We're receivers and give. We're just really just flow. God flows to us. God gets his love to this earth through us. Okay? So if he wants to make you wealthy, trust me, that wealth, you're not, most people that is wealthy, as much as you think that there's some Scrooge McDucks out there that's just hoarding their money, it's impossible. I mean, maybe it is in certain countries. I am in America. I am in the United States of America. But at some point, that person who has all this money is going to disperse it in some way, form, or fashion. Trust me, they can't keep it all. They're going to want services, and those services cost. Okay? No one's going to be working for them for free. You say, oh yeah, there were slave masters that had, in America we had slave masters, but we did not get paid with money. We were paid in subpar living quarters, in subpar food. But that food and that housing cost. Now, I'm not saying that, and okay, I'm going dangerously into an area that is very controversial, and I don't feel like going there today. I'm not saying I won't go there, but I'm just not today. This Friday. I'm going to keep it light. But it costs. He's going to give it. People, you get to a certain level, you're gonna dispense that money some way, form, or fashion. You are not going to be able to keep it all. You're going to want services, and those services are going to cost. Now, it might not cost a lot, but it's going to cost. You're going to give somebody some of that money. Right? Right. I know I'm right. Whatever. Okay? At some point. Okay? You're going to die. And that money is going to go to your heirs or whoever storms your home or your castle or your mansion and takes all your stuff that you had and enjoyed on this earth. Okay? So, but at any rate, I wasn't trying to get to the point of that or whatever. But it's God. It's a big God. He has so much. He doesn't need for nothing. He doesn't need us to do anything. He just wants to love us. So is it far-fetched that if we ask him for something that he would give it to us? There is some of my brothers and sisters in the Christian church who believe that our God is a tyrant. And I was one of those people who believed that God, Jesus' dad, spiritual dad, the man, the upper room, okay? The guy upstairs, they really believe that he's a tyrant. If you don't do what he said, then you're going to be punished severely. You're not going to get any blessings or whatever. And granted, I give it to you. In the Old Testament, I keep saying my boy Kev on stage, like I know him personally, but he did a stand-up, and I think this is his old set that he used to do. He said, God in the past was petty. Old Testament God was petty. Oh, you know what I'm saying? He was. Much like we were when we were young parents, especially those of us who had children young. Okay? Those of us that had children young, we were petty. We were still young and dumb. There was stuff that we punished our children for that when we look back on it, it's like, why did I do that to him? Or her. I say him because I have a son. But old school God Also, you're going to worship image over me? Oh, guess what? I'm snatching your house. I'm making you homeless. I told you don't serve no one aside from me. But what y'all just failed to see is the years that he allowed that to go on before he put the smack down on him. He was still benevolent then. And really, that wasn't God that was doing it to him, but the consequences of your actions. Let me see. If you spend all your money on gambling, you risk the chance of being broke. Hmm? If you gamble all your money away and you didn't put none aside, like I told you, you risk being broke. That's the consequences of your actions. Oh, God is punishing or back in the day when HIV first came out, oh, people was big time saying that was God's punishment to the gay man for being gay. When in actuality, the consequences of them being sexually promiscuous and having sex with whomever without any type of condom or any type of protection and with no discretion or discernment is the reason why people were getting AIDS and HIV and AIDS. That was the consequences of your lack of judgment, acid. Not because you were gay. Not because you were gay. That's not the reason why AIDS took over. It was the consequences of this sexual revolution where people was just screwing anywhere and with anybody with no discretion and no discernment, no judgment. You can get it. You can get it. You can get it. And I love y'all LGBTQIA plus community. I really do. I love especially the G's of that. Okay? I do. Okay? Look, I do. But you know that your community is known for being openly sexual with almost anybody. Now, I mean, that's true straight, because we had our time too, the sexual revolution, where we was just doing drugs and having sex anywhere. In the dirt, in the barns, wherever. We all did the same thing. Okay? And the reason why it spread into other communities outside of the LGBT is because people were being what? Sexually promiscuous. And that is the consequences of that. Okay? So, first of all, it just came to me. I feel like the Holy Spirit said, Akara, take that back. And what was that I took back? Take back the fact that the LGBTQIA community, back especially in the past, was known for being sexually promiscuous out there. And that's why I had to mention the fact that, so I apologize to y'all, because you know what, y'all were no more sexually promiscuous than a straight person. I apologize. I apologize right now. Please forgive me for even letting that stupidity come out of my mouth. Because the more I think about it, and the more the Spirit just taps me on the shoulder, they weren't no more promiscuous than anybody else. Sorry, I apologize. I think it was the image it was the narrative that people tend to put on you, just like it was put on black people that we were sexually promiscuous. And we were highly sexual, you know what I'm saying? And not all of us are like that. You know, some of us are really frigid. Probably most of us was really frigid as far as that was concerned. We weren't. Okay. But at the same time, you know, we will use what we got to get what we want. No, and that's against those who are, but there is a consequences of living that lifestyle. Okay, if you're going to be that way. So it's not God. That's not God being petty. This is the consequences of your actions. And by putting it on God is doing it because you were bad, is misdirecting it. It is you not taking the accountability of your actions. You was out here screwing any and everybody, and you got a deadly disease. You know what I'm saying? Stop putting that stuff off on my good Father that loves. Okay? Well, why did this person die? That wasn't God. It wasn't God. And some of y'all don't want to admit that some of y'all, your loved ones, your mamas, your daddies, your uncles, whoever you want to love, or your son, or my son wouldn't be out there. He died. But your son was a thug. And he got shot. I mean, he lived by the sword and he died by it. Okay? Let's just call it that. It wasn't that the fact that your son wasn't sitting at the bus stop reading the Bible and all of a sudden he got arrested. No, that nigga was a thug. He was out there doing stuff he ain't supposed to be doing. Okay? Even us black people. Okay? Even us. Now, I'm not saying, we do get unfairly stopped and unfairly shot, but if you go further into it, there was something that person, they could say that, well, he was a drug dealer. Just even with George Floyd, okay? There was a reason why they felt like they had to do it, not just because he was a big black guy. This person, now I haven't done the research, but I heard that he had a history of crime, of doing stuff, and having opposing reactions with police officers. So they knew this guy. They knew him because they've arrested him a couple of times on some stuff that he was involved in. So let's stop acting like George Floyd was sitting at the bus stop reading the Bible. And they just leaned on his neck. I'm not saying that those police officers were not right. I'm not saying by any means that he deserved to die because of the police negligence and not knowing how to handle this situation. But also, George Floyd have had contact with the police, the same ones, at some point in his life. That you know what I'm saying? This just not it ain't. Let's talk about it. Let's be real. Was it wrong how they did it? Yes. But at the same time, what caused him to have that relationship with police? This is not, a lot of times we're entering this story. We entered this story, and I know this is a whole year later, but we're entering this story with partial information, and we don't know the fullness of it. All we know is that police officer leaned on his neck, and he's dead now. And that ain't right. But what put him in that position? Why did they feel they need to do all that? Okay? And it wasn't just because he was black. I believe that he's had The thing is, okay, I'm going to give you an example, real life example. I know a young man, okay, that in his teenage years, between the ages, I want to say middle school. Yes, between middle school and his young adult life, have had negative run-ins with the police because he was doing stupid shit. Shoplifting from the shopping center up the street from his home to the point that he was banned from that shopping center at a very young age, middle school. He eventually got involved with selling marijuana and was going to jail. He was in and out of jail, not prison. There is a difference, y'all. But in and out of jail for a good 10-year period of his life. If something would have happened to that young man, God, thank you, to the Lord, that nothing like a George Floyd happened. But it would not be surprisingly. I mean, at this point, he's been in and out in this specific area of Atlanta, of jail, in that area. Police officers knew this person on sight. They knew him. They knew when, oh, Nathan, come on. Courts have seen him in there. The judge is like, I don't want to see you again. In and out of jails, he's had contact with the. When I tell you that this young man was known on site. On site. So they already knew what he was capable of and what he was going to do and da-da-da-da. Right? Okay? So he already had a relationship with those police officers in this area. And if they deemed him as being a dangerous person, they're going to come around with more ammunition. They're not just going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. They knew what he was doing and what he was up to and what he was capable of. Did not mean he should have his life taken, though. They should have taken more precautions. Okay, but we, as a audience, to some of the news things, we need to do a little bit more research. We can't trust, we never should have trust the news. You should hear it, read it. There's got to be more to the story. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tahir Moore and Farron Moore's show. Oh, I'm sorry. Farron Moore's show, More to the Story, is Farron's show on YouTube. Check it out. It's fun. So I'm just saying, my God isn't out here taking lives because you didn't slept with this man's wife. Okay, my God, I don't know what the God you serve. Maybe you serve that type of God. And I'm sorry to y'all. If y'all serve a God that punishes you if you make a bad decision, that takes everything away from you because you sinned once. But I have a benevolent God. I got a God that loved me so much, he sent his son to reconcile me back to what he originally made me to be. A being like him to receive his love and then disperse it out to the world. But that's my God. My God is going to answer my prayers just to make me happy because he loves me. And he wants me to live this life. He wants me to live it more abundantly. That's the God I serve now. Okay? And I could be authentic. Okay. And he's going to bear with me and deal with me until I get it right. He's there to help me. Ooh, you went there. I knew you was going to run. I told you not to go. And you know what? The thing is, my God is not I told you so God either. He's a, girl, you made a bad turn that time, huh? Yeah. Can you help me out? You got it. I got you. Come on. Every time, every single time. Every single time. The beating that you get is the one that you give yourself because you knew God, you know God told you not to go. You know God told you not to go down that road. You knew it. You knew what you were doing was wrong. And you went against the spirit, especially you saints. If you claim to have any type of relationship with God, you knew something in your gut said not to do it. That was that gut feeling to not do it. That was God. You knew you weren't supposed to do it. You knew it. Okay? Now, you can go on and not take responsibility or accountability for the stupid shit you've done. And put it off on your God, because that ain't my God. My God loves me. Okay? He loves me. He don't love you? Dang, sorry. I don't have no song for that. Okay? My God loves me. He don't love you? Which God is that? It's not mine. He loves me. And he's there to pick me up every single time I fall, and every time I make a mistake, and every time I choose to go against his better guidance. And he's not like I told you so. I'm tired. He never gets tired of picking me up out of a pit. Never gets tired. Never. And sometimes the pit isn't because you did something wrong. Sometimes the pit is so that you can learn something. Sometimes it's say you say, Lord, help me to love people. And you know what? You don't always get the loving, kind, wonderful people in your life. You get the ones that's hard to love. How are you going to love somebody that is easy to love? That's not any workout. That's like, okay, I am lifting weights. I'm not lifting nothing but my fist. I have no resistance. That's no resistance. You're not building nothing up by lifting a 1 pound weight. Okay? You need to resist. You need some resistance. So you're going to get the most rudest, horrible, unlikable person in your life. And you're going to build your love for that person. And if you can love the most unlovable person, and that doesn't mean stroking that person's ego. That means this person is hard to love. But I'm gonna stick beside him. Yeah, that's my friend. I support him. I'm gonna stick beside him. I'm gonna stick beside him. And I'm gonna say this one thing before I go, because this is gonna be a good 50 minutes. Actually, I'm gonna shut it down now. Y'all just gonna have to hear this later another time. So wrapping it up, I'm gonna quit because this is 48 minutes into it. Okay. Anyway, so y'all have a wonderful day. Remember, follow according to Akara on all platforms. That is for free. Okay. Like it here on IG. Like me here and follow me here on Bigo. Stay here. Go there. There will be a referral code in my description for you to go over there and check out Bigo. Hello? It's free. Okay? But if you don't want to do the free thing, you can there will be ways that you can support according to Akara, this channel, this podcast, in the descriptions of IG and YouTube. When I post it to YouTube, I have merch out there. Yes, He will do it. All I need, God is all I need. I am worth it. And according to Akara, hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, and tumblers. So you all have a blessed one. And remember, receive the love of God, disperse it to the world, and stay authentic while you do it all. All right? Y'all have a good day. It's Friday. It's Friday.